Hey guys, this video today is going to be about how to hand feed a baby parrot. Hand-fed parrots are more bonded to humans and they're easier to socialize with than parent-raised birds. You should only do this if you really know what you're doing. It is better for a baby parrot to stay with the breeders until they are weaned, but in this video I am going to show you how it's done. I'm Megan with Happy Tails Pet Care and I'm a professional pet expert and nutrition consultant. My goal is to educate people about animals and help pet owners provide the best care to their beloved pets. See a pet in my video you like? Let me know, and I will feature that pet in more videos. It is very hard to tame a parrot that has never been handled. That is why hand-fed parrots are so desirable. Usually when you buy a parrot, there are three main ways of how it could have been raised. Some parrots are parent-raised, which basically means that the parent of the bird hatched the egg and then cared for the baby up until it was old enough and ready to be on its own. And then there are hand-raised parrots, and this usually means that the parents of the bird cared for the bird, fed the bird, but it was handled by humans often. And then there are hand-fed parrots, and this means that the parrot was cared for and fed by a human its entire life. But I do want to point out that these words are sometimes used differently depending on the breeder. So if you are going to buy a baby parrot and you want to know how it was raised, be sure to ask questions and get full details from the breeder of how the parrot was raised. The reason hand-fed parrots is so desirable is because they are already bonded to humans and they are very easy to socialize with and handle immediately. Some argue that this causes behavioral problems in the bird later in life, but that only happens if the person that was caring for the bird didn't know what they were doing. I hand-fed Barry, the rose-breasted cockatoo, when he was a baby, and it really helped us bond right away. I use KT Exact formula for baby parrots. It's a good brand and it's easy to use. Just remember, this is only for parrots. This is not for other types of birds. This does not need to be refrigerated right away. You can store it in a cool, dry location. If you're using it every day for a short period of time, you don't have to refrigerate, but you can refrigerate or freeze for long-term storage. This comes in a powder and you can mix it with warm water. The amount of powder versus water depends on the age of the bird, and it has instructions all in the back of how to mix it for the age of your bird. The mixture should be about 102 degrees after you're done mixing it. Some people use a spoon to feed the baby parrots, but I like to use a syringe instead. I think a syringe is much better. It is not as messy and you can actually measure the exact amount of food that you're feeding the bird. So let's see how it's done. This is a baby cockatiel I recently got. The owner had a pair and had a baby, but unfortunately when the cage was outside, the birds escaped, leaving the baby. I was happy to take this baby in because I had actually been wanting to get one and I already knew how to care for it. This baby has a very good feeding response, and see how she opens her mouth right away so I can start feeding her. I can just stick the syringe in and slowly start pushing the food into her mouth. It's very important to not push too fast. Some parrots bob their head a lot, so in that case I might support their head to steady them a bit. And in some cases, they're very messy, so I will use a paper towel around their neck as a bib. See, it's loosely around the neck so it won't choke them. It's important to not get food all over them, and if some is dropped on their skin or feathers, it's important to clean it up with a napkin before it dries. The amount of food that you feed depends on the type of parrot because they come in many different sizes. You can also judge by looking at the crop. As it fills up, you can notice when it looks full. Babies are fed 4 times a day, and this number decreases as they get older. They do not need to be fed during the night. At this age, they do not need water, so don't try adding more water to the syringe to give them. The mixture is very watery and has as much as they need. Once they start being able to stand on a perch and they have more feathers, they can start being introduced to solid food and the formula is slowly decreased. Thanks for watching this video and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe. I put out a new video every week. Next week I will be doing a requested video. Right now it's between rabbit care or hedgehog care. Which one are you guys more eager to see? Let me know by tweeting it to me. Leave it in a comment on my Instagram, Facebook it to me, and I'll see you next week.